So I remember I punched him and blood got all over me and shit. And I was all like, oh my God, what if he has COVID?
When I go visit my hometown, I feel that, but I feel that with a lot more I matter.
It's come out on TV pretty much, right? And for our illegal family, for someone to do that.
If you guys want to see the fucking old school tattoo, hay que tener una persona al lado que en verdad lo apoya a uno también y que quiera salir con madre. I never had to build mine, I never had to fucking build my own needles and shit. I feel like you went through that old school process. Esa parte viendo yo, por eso estoy solo, marica.
Hey everybody, welcome to Select Tattoo Live, back with another episode. Here we got Edna.
Hello, how you doing, guys?
And we got a special guest today. We got Chuy.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah, so we always try to give you a different guest every week, and we try to get different people to get different perspectives. Today, we're going to introduce you to this guy named Chuy. He's an MMA fighter. He fights here in Dallas. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, for the ones that don't know me and the ones that do, I'm going to probably tired of meeting me, but my name is Chuy the Hellcat Lopez, and I'm a professional fighter. I'm 2-0.
We see that you have a few tattoos. You know, the MMA fighters are usually like covered, dude.
This one, what do y'all think this is? I want to hear you.
It looks like a dragon to me.
No, that's what I get a lot. A bear? That's the
Like a snake?
It's a snake. It's a red snake. Obviously, because snakes are different colors. But I use it, or I visioned it. Because I have this one right here too.
It's all over.
It's another snake, and it looks like it's in my skin, and like someone just took a job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like it is because like when I put them on a rear neck choke, I like put them on a body triangle, and then like
I get it.
then like when you could watch like Discovery Channel, I guess like
Anaconda.
shit, like there's a python or anaconda, wrapped around a crocodile, and all you see is like the belly of the snake, on the belly of the crocodile, right?
Yeah.
You see the skin of the snake, like kind of like on the neck.
Yeah.
So like that's why I decided to do. Let me put it
That's
down.
cool.
That's why I decided right here to do like kind of like a belly, like the belly part, and then the skin of it more. So that's kind of why you see a lot of snake tattoo, but they're like just the skin of it, not the actual belly of it.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to thought about that too.
Is that a big thing? I was thinking like when they were telling me you were in MMA, like you see a bunch of people with tattoos. Do they get tattooed like to be intimidating? Does that even matter?
I don't know, because they're so funny as tattoos.
Because they're always covered, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess I just mainly wanted it just so I can like look cool in the picture, because I do have a picture of when I have it locked in, but I didn't have this one yet.
Yeah.
So it's just the body triangle, and you can see like the wrapped around his belly.
Got
It looks
you.
pretty dope. I'll show you out to you here in a minute. But I don't know. I guess some people do that. I don't know. Like maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why I do it on my, like, I want to tell like a story on my body, like with my tattoos.
Yeah.
Like kind of like, but I mean, some people might do it.
Yeah.
You do it?
I would. I'd feel corny if I did that, and then like after looking back, I'd be like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's
Like
kind of
if
like
you
a
did it
character.
to look intimidating?
Yeah, if I'm scared of the people that I'm fighting, and I get a tattoo to make myself feel tough, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, would be like, that's the thing in nature, right? Like a lot of animals have their like colors and their markings in a way that like is used for that. So it's only natural. I would totally do it.
yeah,
I would put like a big set of like big eyes, not to like be like, I'm going to consciously scare you, but like we do have that like,
you would put them on your chest,
I don't know where, but like, yeah,
like,
probably.
like distraction. You know what I mean?
Like just like somewhere they can see it right away. And it's like,
I did forget to say one of the reasons too why I did is because like I was like, if I ever put someone to sleep, like I remember, did you ever do the passing out challenge?
No,
I did.
Did you ever remember? Well, I did that shit, and then whenever you do like come back conscious, whatever, like you remember like the last thing you're doing, and all you hear is like, like, cause
Dude, you got to tell me what that is first. What are you talking about?
so it's like you do like, let's say like
You might have been
you do like push-ups, right, and then you do sit-ups. I mean squats, and then you're all like hold your breath, and like you fucking do it again, and like you pretty much make yourself pass out.
Oh,
And then whenever you get up, it's like you remember what the fuck the last thing was, and like you remember the sound of it. So that's why I wanted them to, like, if I were put them to sleep, to remember the snake wrapped around them.
oh man.
So when they wake up, like that's what the first thing they're gonna see and shit. That's what happens when you pass out.
that's cool.
Is that your pass out challenge too?
I didn't pass out. Like I was in high school, and it was like, Yeah, it was something like you had to do something with like breathing and
and then that way you can like go.
Yeah. And I didn't get to. I don't know. It was just like
Usually, if you got to hold your breath, like you're gonna pass out.
So did you pass or fail the challenge?
Failed because I didn't pass. Yeah.
I don't remember any of those challenges back in the day. Y'all had some. Y'all's childhood was different.
We're just trying to find a way to kill yourself without like, and just call it a challenge.
Yeah.
Like the crates challenge, the milk crates, whatever.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
It's like more recent though. When I was doing that shit, I was probably like 14.
But if you think about it, you're like, all right, if I get up there, like I'm gonna hurt myself. You know, that's you for sure. You're gonna hurt yourself if you get to the top, and then by the time you know what I mean?
I don't know that when I was young, I was thinking I'm gonna hurt myself. You know, I was just like, yeah, that sounds cool.
So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the MMA thing, man. Like when you first got into it, how long you been doing this?
Okay, so it's about to be 4 years in August that I've been training. So I've only been fighting for, I want to say, I trained for like a whole year and then I started fighting. So kind of like 2 years. I started fighting October 22nd. That was my first fight in 2022.
Yeah.
I guess we could just say why I started fighting, I guess, right? And my brother ended up passing away like almost 4 years ago. And he came out on y'all have ever listened to Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento?
Yeah.
Yeah, well he came out on that one.
Oh no shit,
yeah.
That's cool.
There's not a way that we can watch it right now, like live or whatever, like for y'all to hear or whatever. No, that's cool if you can't. I'll show y'all the video another day or whatever. But he came out on TV pretty much, right? And for our legal family, for someone to do that, like that's badass, because like
I can put it on the edited version of it so people can watch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's fine.
Flip it in.
I mainly wanted y'all to get goosebumps, whenever y'all listen to him sing. But other than that, if y'all don't get goosebumps, don't like it. All right. only if you get goosebumps. We came here in the U.S. in 2008, right? So we came from nothing, bro. Like literally our siding of the house was like that piece of cardboard right there. Like that was our siding of our house, So like to us is like leaving that and coming to the U.S., for new opportunities and all that, like that's kind of cool, because like you don't get that as a, poor kid or, poor family, you don't get that. You don't get those opportunities as often.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
I want to say my brother coming out on TV was kind of like an eye opening of me going like, oh shit, like you can, like
you can do stuff here.
You got a talent, and if you really like, are trying to do it, like you'll be able to do it, but you just kind of like got to work for it,
Yeah.
And
work.
That's kind of what we were doing with like soccer before all that, like for like 17 years, and it's kind of like we didn't take it that serious, like as how I am with MMA and all that, and my brothers came out on TV, going back to that, and I was just like, you know what, I want to do that too, like I want to see if the fighting shit, comes out, like, because I got in a fight with my neighbor, and then my brother got on to me. He was like, hey bro, like, like you can't, I've been seeing you fight like my whole life type of shit.
You used to fight a lot as a kid?
Always. I was always the one, like, everyone would pick on him, bro, and I'd be like, all right, I guess. They wouldn't pick on him, but he would just like he was a nice guy that, like, he would do whatever, like, to please the crowd type of shit, like, so they were like, some people would take it back. Younger. Yeah, I'm the middle child.
Oh, well, he's a fighter.
Yeah, they say that. It's like the baby is like the spoiled one.
Yeah.
And the oldest one is the favorite, and the middle one is like the
little troublemaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, but they got good stuff too,
But I got in a fight because my neighbor punched my car, so I got mad and I went to punch him.
He punched your car?
Yeah, but that's just this is a long story. So let me tell you,
it's coming.
So So, and this was whenever COVID was going on. So I remember I punched him and blood got all over me and shit. And I was all like tripping. I was like, oh my God, what if he has COVID? You know, like, no, I was rinsing off in the shower.
Hepatitis. He's like,
yeah, that's COVID, bro. But, I remember, he already came out on TV and then he got onto me. He gave me a pep talk. I was like, you know, like, hey, bro, you need to stop doing that. You know, you need to follow your dreams. Like, you're good at fighting. Why don't you turn it into something good? You know, like, and me looking at him like, oh, this dude just came out on TV. You know, maybe he's right.
like he got to do something.
Because he was trying to do something like me too, you know, but we couldn't because he was better than me for sure, like way better than me in soccer. So I feel like he would have been for sure in the elite level, but obviously we don't have favors. And when he did that, it's kind of like I just see it. I saw it as like him like doing a different route, you know, of like, all right, if this didn't work out, let's work over here. Instead of me, like, I was like, oh, you know, I give up, like, I didn't give a fuck mode no more, you know? So, like, I stopped giving a fuck about anything, everything. And I remember I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go train. I remember, I don't know where this dude that joined where I worked at, he was like, hey, bro, I train at this gym, and yeah, my coach's wife, she's in the UFC, you know, and this coach is cool, this and that. This is my current coach now. His name is Douglas Fry. Shout out if you're tuning in. He's my motherfucking ninja. You know what I mean? My ninja. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna go try out. You know, seeing that, and that's why I was telling you about, like, you know what, the reason why I got my tattoo and stuff on my back about my my team, my school, because like he made me like welcome in there. You know, like he made me feel like, oh, you know, like I'm somebody, you know, like too, you know, like, it's, you know, that's cool. Like, it's like when a person makes you feel like that, it's kind of like it really changed your life in a positive way, you know, like, so, I liked it, but I ran out of money, you know, obviously, you know, so I was like, I'm going to go work out of town and then save for like 3 years or so. And then, you know, come back and, you know, give it my all and everything, you know?
Yeah.
A month out, when I was, working, that's when my brother passed away. Him and his brother-in-law, they were in a private plane, like the kind of like the plane, like a little plane, but that you own, whatever. I don't know what they're called. He used to be he was in the Air Force, so he had his own little plane, you know. And they went on like just, you know, like on a cruise, whatever, and just ended up falling and just, I don't know, bro. Like it's crazy because like you really think you're living life, but like when shit like this happens, is like I didn't have no trauma, no nothing, bro. Like the only thing that I fucking had when I was little, I was poor as fuck. But like, you know, that's
some people are just some people are just born hard or something.
My mama loved me, my daddy loved me, you know. So like, that's the only thing I needed and shit. And that's the only thing you need, like, in the world, you know, like to be loved, and then you can do everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I feel like, in a way of like, when that happened, it's like you think you're living life, but you're really not. You know what I mean? Like that's when you start actually living life. And I don't know. It hurts to say that I'm living my best life when my motherfucking nigga's not here, you know, which is my brother, you know, because like ever since I can remember, bro, like I shared rooms with them, you know, like we slept for like 15 plus years, you know, together, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like I would kill for that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's like whenever, I guess the only thing I can say is like, whenever you have people like that in your life that you feel like that towards them, just love them, you know, like love them. Obviously, you know, we're not perfect, you know, nobody's perfect. So like, they're all gonna judge, you know. It's at the end of the day, like he's not gonna be you because he's not you, you know. He's not gonna, he's not gonna be what you want him to be because he's not in your head, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a lot of people don't have good relationship with their siblings because like they're mainly like so worried about like, oh, this dude is doing this so and so, and like, I told him not to, instead of being like, you know what, I'm supportive about it. You shouldn't be doing this, but whenever you find out that you're fucked up, just know I'm here, you know, I'll be here, you know. And I feel like a lot of parents, they kind of like kick their kids out, you know, like, and then once shit like this happens and they go all crazy mode, you know, like, oh my God, I should have been there for him. I should have done this for him. I should have loved them. Cause you know, family, bro, like they really like, they be on some crazy shit. I be hearing some crazy family stories. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just blessed. My family was like, to me, it's like, it's perfect. Cause like, we didn't go through any like crazy shit like that, you know? So like the only problem I ever had or like trauma now is just losing my brother, you know what I mean? Yeah. Other than that, it's just like, I'm just living life to the fullest and shit. I want to turn this into a good, you know? So like I'm going to put my motherfucking brother on TV again. That's the reason why I'll have this tattoo right here.
Oh, you got a portrait of him on your chest?
This is what Jesse did to me. Because I know there's a tattoo, bro. So
it's like a Magic Mike episode right now going.
yeah.
Is that middle camera over there?
This one?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
This is the reason why. Oh wait.
That looks really good, man. You did a good job.
I just feel like every time I feel like quitting or giving up or whatever, I just look at my chest and I'm like, oh shit. Like, I don't even got to look at a mirror. I'm just like looking down and like,
Yeah, it's cool.
like.
Oh man, what a heartwarming.
Oh
man, thanks for sharing all that, man. That's awesome.
I'm just like, damn, God is great. You know what I mean?
He is, man.
Like,
He
it
is.
shows us how great he is. But like I was saying, like when we're not living life how we supposed to, like we don't see all those signals or messages, right? But once you start living life how I said, I feel like you see all that, bro. Like all those signs and everything.
Yeah.
And like there's one thing I've noticed with like people that go to church a lot, because I don't go to church, but I believe in God, and they will all tell you like, oh no, that's not true. That didn't happen. Oh, this and that. Like I'm like, where's the God that you're talking that you believe about? Like you know what I mean? I don't want to go too much into talking about that.
Every fighter has like a story, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to hear everybody's story, like different countries and all that, and a lot of them are coming from like a place of like it drives them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the motivation is always like it's always a good thing, even though the situation is not good.
Yeah,
the motivation is there, you know?
Yeah.
So
I started training, and obviously, like everything, when you start doing something, like everyone looks at you like kind of like, this dude is fucking like tripping. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do it. This, like especially the people that know you. Like I said, I'm a big pothead, so like everyone was probably like back there. They were all like, dude, this dude is just high. He's probably gonna go home and like go to sleep and not even gonna do shit. So like I made it happen, and at first it's hard. Like I'm pretty much saying all this, so like for people that are at home listening, like they're like, I need to start doing this and that, like, but then like they go and tell their parents or someone, and they're like, nah, bro, you shouldn't do this and that, like they're not in your head, you know what I'm saying? Like you do what you think you should do, and you find out how it turns out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of family members or like a lot of friends are like negative, towards all that. So like that has a lot of impact on like people not living like their life, their dream, you know what I mean? Like their dream job. Or
they let people get in their heads and kind of crush their dreams, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So like for me to be able to overcome that, because that is really hard, man. Like for people to be like, oh, you can't do this, you can do that, or like, because like fighting is not my talent. Like I had to learn how to fight, how to do this, how like how everyone else and stuff. Like I said, everyone always has a talent, right? And I feel like my talent is like I see everything slow motion and shit. So like once I learn how to fight and all that, then I can add that talent to and add it up. So but I still have to like put in the work and all like everyone else. But there's people that do have a talent of like they know how to fight right off the bat. So like
that makes me think. Do you think that some people are just naturally given talents? Like I'm relating it back to tattooing, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't really fight, but there's certain things about the way you do things that you just naturally are better. You can't learn because
I think there is like some sort of percentage of like you have affinity for certain things, like for sure. Because some people like they're super into like sports from the beginning, like from when they're little and whatever, and they're good at it. They're kind of like intuitively good at it, and then whether you like practice or not, I think can like level out a lot of it. But I think there's definitely some like something to talent,
because the body is amazing, like. You're into that stuff too. Like it could do all these different things and process all these different things. And I think people get used to certain things, like they see it on TV or they read about it and they're like, if I just did it for another year, I would be, but you don't know exactly the potential,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's different,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, like creatively, you could think of ideas that someone else would never think of. And that could be a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you can earn that.
Right, yeah. No, for sure. I think there's definitely something, but like he said, it's a lot of work. Like, I think you probably do have some talent for fighting, right? Because it was already kind of in your life before you like started training, as you said. But like, I think, if you have a talent, it only will take you so far if you don't train it,
you
hate it, and you don't, you know, like master it. So I think it's more like this is very cliche, but I think it's true when they say like, you know, it's 10% talent, 90% work. Like it's true, because I also feel like, you know, I have some talent, right? Because art has been in my life forever, but I didn't really get serious about it until I started tattooing. And I didn't get good until I took it seriously, you know?
I feel like something that you're trying to say too, and I just now, like, I'm thinking about it as you're saying it, right? I guess if the people that do have the talent, they really don't train or try it as hard, right? As the ones that don't have it, right? So I feel like at the end of the day, the decisive point is like,
I agree with that.
Who really wants some more? And I feel like the ones that don't have the talent want it more because they've been putting in that much work more than the ones that are like, well, I just ran a mile, like, and the other dude's like, well, I ran 5 miles, you know, like, I want
that. It works. Like, it works at first, like when you're fighting other people that are kind of like average.
Right. That's true.
But when whenever, you get up there,
and whenever people have put in the work, and then if you don't put in the work, then you definitely gonna get left behind.
A lot of people don't realize that, like they say, like, I'm a fighter, right? But like you fought today, you did too, driving your steering wheel up for you to not fucking crash into somebody. You know, you're fighting for life every day. You know, like we fight for life to survive every day in this world. So it's like we're all fighters. We don't technically like fight like all against each other, right? But like we're fighting for like our dreams or something.
That made me think about
like him.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, this is awesome. This
inspired people, man. Yeah, keep fighting.
It's true. Yeah. It's always you either fight for it and, you know, like put the energy into it, or you just don't, you know.
It made me think too when you were saying that, like the people that didn't really work for it and they're winning, when they finally lose, it's like when Roy Jones got knocked out. I don't know if y'all followed. I know you do, but I'm
gonna be honest, bro. Like,
not boxing.
I don't even fucking. I'm a soccer head, you know.
Oh yeah.
So like, you can ask me questions about 19 something about soccer, but like MMA and shit, or like
okay.
Like, I'm a baby.
He's like, I'm just people out.
I'm a noob in this sport.
I got you. But there's some people that have always been good and dominant, right? Just natural talent, but they're not used to losing. So I was just saying the resilience part of it. When you finally do lose and you're used to beating everybody just based on natural talent and not coming from a bad place and being motivated, you're just good and better and you don't know why. And then you lose and then you keep losing because that superhero of a person you think you are is not, you know, you get woken up and humbled, you know.
Sure.
But the people that grinded and worked for it, they're used to losing, and then they are able to come back and bounce back because they knew,
because they've already been in that spot.
So that's a good thing, you know, to work your way up. That way, when you fall, you can get back up easy, you know?
Yeah. And I guess, like, you know, in Spanish, we call it, like, haces callo, you know, like, you kind of, like, develop a sort of, like, metaphorical callus of, like, whenever things happen to you, you can tolerate more and more because you've been through stuff that, like, might have been worse, or, you know, you're used to kind of dealing with a certain type of thing. And then when it happens, you're like, you're fine, you know? And to other people that have never, you know, had to work for it as hard, or have had a life of more privilege than you, maybe, then something happened and it's like the end of the world, or like they get really down on themselves or whatever. But like, I think, you know, struggling, you know, through life, or struggling for something, whether it be chosen or just because that was the cards you were dealt, like, I think there is something to it, you know. And I'm not, you know, I think maybe older generations use as like, they'll say stuff like, well, I was, you know, beaten when I was growing up and I turned out fine. And like, there's some sort of like
no, did it?
But there's some sort of pride to like everybody's own struggle. You know what I mean? Because I think that comes from a place of like you'll be fine. You'll develop, you know, strength, and you'll develop resilience with the things that happen to you, you know? So I think that's also kind of a blessing to struggle through something sometimes, even though it's not pleasant, you know, but then you do become stronger.
Yeah. I think there's more people that do well when they come from harsh environments than the other way, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's so crazy. It's like it's happened for so long that people would still, when they're young parents, are like, I gotta be perfect. They have to have everything. I didn't have any of this, you know. And they don't even know, like, the hard part is what made them Work harder, be motivated, fight back, speak up. Have you ever gotten in a fight? You don't seem like you seem like a fighter.
Man.
I wouldn't fight you.
Let me tell you. You see this?
Just did.
You better watch out. Yeah. No, not really.
What do you want to tell the streets about your battle on there?
Man, just, you should have seen the other girl. Yeah, no, this honestly was like a silly accident. And now I'm out of work. I'm out of tattooing for, about hopefully no longer than a week.
She's resourceful though. You see?
Yeah,
she did?
More resourceful than the hospital. They gave me, I cut myself, like washing dishes. And I had to take myself to the hospital, get some stitches on my knuckles. So, they stitched me up, whatever. And then they said not to move, not to close my fist because then I'll pull the skin.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll pull the stitches open. So they gave me a splint, but it was so shitty, man. Inflation is hitting everywhere. Like the hospital gave me this thing. It looked like they ordered it off of Shein or something. Like I'll take a wish. Yeah, but this works better. I just made it at home. I made it with one hand, and I was like, dude, like that shit's not helping. It was holding like two of my fingers, and I was moving the rest of my fingers, and that was pulling. So
it's crazy that we're about to send more robots to Mars and shit, right? You have a dishwasher machine at your place, probably.
Yeah.
But you decide to fight that.
Yeah, right? I don't know, man. I feel weird about like the residue that I see on the dishes when they come out. I'm like, I'm eating that, So yeah, I don't know. I used it for a while, then I relapsed into my Mexican ways. And I was just washing the dishes by hand.
The right way.
Yeah.
Jose, I forgot about you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all are wondering who was that voice, that's Jose right there.
They were looking at me this whole time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've been having my camera on air the whole time.
Dang.
I have a question for you, Chuy. Like, before you became a professional fighter and stuff, you were like that kid that was always fighting all the other kids, but just for fun and stuff, or not really?
No, not really. I was like
just like a little fire.
No, I was maybe like the kid that would be like, let's say you got let's say my brother was like oh hell yeah, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go do this, and I was always the one behind him going like, why do you want to fucking do that? We're illegal, bro. You're trying to go drink and drive. You're trying to go, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that are like, that will get you in trouble, but like if you're from here, obviously you get fucking come out tomorrow, But if you're illegal, then you wake up in Mexico the next day, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
So like I was always made like the one that would kind of like be behind taking care, like the mom, type of shit. Always taking care of them. So I was never like the loud one or I guess the fun one, you know what I mean? But like the ones that did get to know me, they were like, oh, you're fucking cool, you're fun. But I would never put out there, right? I would always have to fight because my brother would used to do some dumb shit, and I had to he would be trying to like fight him or whatever, and I'll be like, all right, well, I guess.
So you also have to thank your brother for his talent because he's the one that would like
he
put you in the situations where it had to come out.
He refined my talent.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
but I guess something cool that I like to tell people a lot is like once he passed away, like I wanted one of my goals is to be, when I die, go wherever where he's at. I want to be wherever he's at, and I feel like being like him or being the person that he was, and just kind of like, all right.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It's just like I was saying, like he was the type of person that who'll make you feel like you're important, like in this world. He'll care about you, he would like make you laugh, he'll make you cry, like everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I feel like I wanted to be like that so I can like, be with them, when I pass away. So like, I'm just like him so much, like I feel like y'all talking to his spirit through me type of shit, like y'all, the person y'all met, like, kind of like how you were, oh, I like that guy, he's cool, I like him, like that's my brother, like talking to you. Like, for me, type of thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's kind of what I want.
I'm honored. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, y'all are meeting my brother through me type of shit. And obviously, like when I fight, I like to say that there's two spirits in one body, and that's why I always win shit. Cause like, whenever I'm smiling and I come out and like I like sing like the song that I walked out to, like
I just got the goosebumps.
I was like
there.
brother performing, you know. And then when I get into stage and shit, like you see my face locked in and shit, like that's me, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like if you ever see me smiling and all that shit, like for the people that do like to watch my fights all the time, like that's my brother fighting and shit. So like I remember when I did have my pro debut, like I was so happy and shit because like I was gonna put his face on TV, actual on TV this time, not on YouTube. And I was like, I just fulfilled one of the promises that I did to him, you know what I mean? Like, was to put him on TV again, you know? And I couldn't fucking stop smiling the whole round, bro. Like I was just like, lock in now. But I was just like so happy, that I was just like, hell yeah. Like I got rear-ended on the way there, bro.
Oh my God.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like the devil was trying not to let get me there, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like God always has me.
Keep your distractions, huh?
God always had my back, and like they did rear-end me, but it was good enough for me to still be able to drive, like so it's kind of like God always has my back,
Yeah,
then like I was just so happy that after through all that shit, all the up and downs and shit, like I was still able to put him on TV, and
have you seen those fights overseas now? Jose put me onto it. Those like 20 versus 1.
What?
Yeah.
There's some crazy stuff happening.
Russian shit, man.
It was a bunch of Russians, yeah, but they were doing it in Spain, like 2 versus 1, then like 4 versus 1, and it was always like a pro versus a couple like amateurs or like a heavier fighter versus 2 lighter fighters, all professionals. But
make it kind of even.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it just that's very long.
Yes, and that dude.
That's cool. That's like movie shit.
They have a bunch of stuff overseas now. I don't know where the line is going to be. Like, are they going to do like animals versus people and like?
Yeah, then put someone in there with a bull.
Yeah,
see how they like that.
A bull, yeah, definitely not. They do that in Spain.
They just let the bull out in the town, and he just run for.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
And then drunk dudes be in there like.
I want to ask you, bro. How can you describe how was that feeling on your first fight? Like, were you nervous about it? Were you like super excited, or
on my date, like my first fight ever?
Or at least the first one that you remember? That because I mean, just putting myself on fighting with somebody, there's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
through my mind,
or maybe nothing,
nothing.
Just there,
yeah, because it's definitely different. Like I guess when you fire in the street, because you're really not preparing for it. It just happens out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But I guess for a fight, I guess because like I guess when you're in school and like someone is like, "Oh, we're fighting after school," and you're all like, "Oh shit, we're about to fight. What if I get my ass whipped? What if I get like this?" You think all that negative shit, right? But like you don't want to be there, obviously, right? But I feel like since I love doing what this, like. I'm fucking excited. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go in there and like feel that, like the adrenaline rush from all the crowd, all that shit, bro. Like that shit's badass. So I feel like all the people that say they're nervous or that they're scared, I guess, like it's just, I feel like they're not in their sport, like they're not
prepared enough.
Yeah.
Right.
That too. Cause like, I feel like whenever you don't study or you don't do your homework and then you get a test, right?
That's true.
You are all tripping and shit. You're like, oh my God, like you can't even have a good breakfast and shit because you didn't fucking study.
Yeah.
Whenever you study all night and that, you have a good ass breakfast, you wake up and happy as fuck, like, hey mom, type of shit, all right, go to school. And then, you ace that test, So I feel like that's kind of like, I train so much that I'm just like, I don't know, since my brother passed away, I'm just like, bro, like if I lose, like it's really not like, as long as my loved ones are out there whenever I walk out that stage, like that's all I care about, like all my loved ones being out there and just being able to celebrate, win or lose, like that's all I'm thankful and grateful for. So I feel like I'm not even scared that I'm gonna lose because like I'm just ready to lose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because is it because you know what's going on? Like it's a sport, it's supposed to be fun.
Win or lose is just kind of like that's just part of life, like just win or lose. So it's like you shouldn't let. Oh, I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm gonna get like just fucking enjoy, like have fun. Like I literally just my coach's instructions before a fight all the time. I'm just like, just go out there and have fun. And then like I always do, so I end up winning all the time. So I guess that's kind of like the key of success. Like
what's so crazy is there was something that remember when Conor McGregor was doing this thing. Like I think it was kind of like playing, like getting itself do something goofy before you fight to get your
nerves out.
The nerves out.
Shake it off.
The seriousness, get all that out.
Yeah.
I think
be able to enjoy it. Yeah, that's a good observation.
Because it was kind of like I think he was it caught on as like a signature thing you do when you lose? Do you do anything before you?
Not really.
You don't have like a signature before either?
Nah, I like to just when they're like saying my name and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I just do this, but it would just, to me in my head, I'm just like, I'm gonna squish your, like, you little bug type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, but not like nothing like, I guess. I don't know. No, not really.
Nothing signature.
No, other than like just, taking my brother, pointing, like.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, I always do that for sure every time I come out, like.
Yeah.
I have a question. How long is usually a fighter career? Like you said MMA, and I know they have like different like ages and time frames and all that stuff. And like, how long is it usually, and how long do you think you'll do it for?
As far as I know, is that I know there's fighters like 40 to like 45, like as a professional, and stuff. And obviously as long as you can go, right? But I don't know. I want to fight till the wheels falls off,
Mm-hmm.
And because like when you lose someone and you love someone so much, you're like this, right? And like they pass away, you either go downhill or you go uphill. But like if you love that person, you're never gonna be the same. You know what I mean? You're not gonna stay the same. If you're lucky, I always like to tell, if you're lucky, you pass away before. But if not, like count all your loved ones, those are gonna be your worst days of your life. Like I swear, all the other ones are like not your loved ones. You can fucking you can go on with your day, like not giving a fuck what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? But like the ones that you love, like those are the ones that are gonna bring you up or bring you down. Like.
I think about that all the time to like make my decisions and like guide my life and, also pursue like my dreams and, cause I have a little brother and I'm always thinking about this shit, so like meeting you is like an alternate reality of like, oh shit, like if that happens or because, maybe I'm a bit of a like nervous person, but I'm always thinking about that to like kind of make my decisions, like live my life day to day. Sometimes I forget because I'm in the grind and obviously like not every day is going to be super reflective.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Like sometimes you just get so busy that you forget, like to be like, oh shit, like,
yeah,
let's go out, let's go do this, let's go do that. But you're just so focused on that and that dream and goal.
Yeah. Like when I'm, when I go visit my hometown, I feel that. But I feel that with a lot more people and like just a sense of community of like, down there, I feel like I matter, here I feel like I matter to my family and I matter maybe to like a few friends, but over there, it just feels like you just matter more in general. You know what I mean? Because people take the time to know you personally and they take the time to like check on you and, like visit for a little bit on their way to wherever. And, everybody is, kind of like looking for that sense of community. So you don't have to make all the effort. It just kind of like happens naturally more. So I just think like, it's a third world country. There is some places that are very developed. There are some places that are not developed. But I think like the human factor is more present, and I just think like here, cause I'm also American. I feel American too. And like, I just include myself in it. Like, I feel like here we tend to forget that, we have to tend to the human aspect, we have to put energy into our relationships and put energy into, like not making money because there's such a hustle culture here. Right. And I don't know if it's more of a Texas thing or, nationally, I feel like it is.
And I feel like, cause here is like, over here you live to work and over there you work to live.
Dude, thank you. Yes, exactly. That's a huge difference. And I get
like, so you're just so worried about work and bills and all this shit. So you really like,
you end up not living. Yeah. And down there, it's harder to make a like financially good life, I guess. It's harder to make ends meet and all that stuff. So there is good things and bad things to both places, you know what I mean? Because here you were talking about earlier, and it was beautiful that like you can have a talent here and you can make it work with that talent. Like any talent you have can help you live,
Yeah.
And down there it's harder, you're right. Like you can't live off of like, something that's just more for entertainment. You can, but it's just harder, like I have family that are, doctors and they still have to have two jobs, being doctors and and in some areas it's really hard. And if you don't have an education down there, it truly is harder.
I would do a million things before I go into a surgery room. I would go into the ring with anybody before I go and do a surgery.
That's true, yeah.
But some people might be the opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I'll probably be like, fucking all this shit. And nervous, shit, sweating on it, and shit. Like,
My bad, bro.
That's crazy. That's some crazy talent right there too.
They're gonna do like robots and stuff now too, right?
Yeah, they already do for some things. Yeah, they do like remote surgeries and stuff. Yeah.
Man, for people that are just they're asleep, right? Because I don't want to wake up and see a robot's arms like.
Right, you're like I've been abducted by aliens, and it's just a regular surgery. Yeah. How many fights have you had?
I've had 5 amateur, and I finished a champion in XKO at Texas Live. Stream Knockout. That's what it stands for. And then I became a champion for Elevate FC down in Houston. And then I turned pro last June of 16. Last June of 16, I turned pro, and then I just fought like 2-3 weeks ago.
Nice.
So I'm 2-0 as a pro right now.
Nice. And like how I'm guessing everything's similar, right? So like at some point in tattooing, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm kind of, I kind of do, I kind of don't. And then, nowadays it's normal and I show up. And like, yeah, when I decide to push myself and do a little bit of a different thing or, add on or a little bit, I'm like, all right, like I'm not going to fuck it up, but it is a bit of an experiment and I am, in like kind of new territory, you know what I mean? And so how would you translate that into fighting?
Like I was telling you, like I've only done this shit for like about to be 4 years of training. So like for instance, the dude that I fought my first amateur pro fight, he was training since he was like 5 or 6 years old, and he's I think he was 21 or 22. I'm not sure about his age, but like all that right there is just like if you could choose like the player as a fighter, right? Like if you're playing a video game and you could choose me and choose him, like Jew would choose him, obviously because he has a background in the wrestling and all that shit, right? I believe his parents were in martial arts or involved in the world too, so it's like
he got the whole.
My parents, like my parents, like it's different, like different. Like that's what I was
just fighting.
That's what I was telling y'all, like technically I shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like technically I shouldn't be like where I'm at right now. Like with basing off statistics, like of like like people that live in Juarez, like how hard is it to get out of there, like Juarez is like one of the most violent cities in Mexico, so
right.
It's kind of like that already right there itself. And then us, like like I remember my grandparents having like almost like 20 kids, so you can only imagine how like or my mom was, like for parents to be like 20 kids and shit, you know what I mean?
30 kids.
Yeah.
I'm a black belt in soccer, like I've done it for like 17 years plus 18 years. So like you it's kind of like you can't teach me more soccer, I guess, And then, but in MMA, like I still have a lot to work on and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like even if I get to that point that I can't learn no more, like all the people that are like, like back there, like working hard, like all the young ones, those ones are gonna be like the generation that is like kind of like improving everything. So everything improves every time. So it's like it's just always gonna be hard, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Because like once you get to a point that you're like, oh, I know everything, then like something new already came out.
Yeah.
So like I'm still trying to catch up on like what everyone else knows.
Yeah.
And then I could be like, oh, something now I can get on that new thing too.
Yeah.
You've been hustling for so many years, and then you see the kids like starting out, and then you're like, holy shit, they're coming for me. Like that shit, I was not doing that when I was 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy, right? Because like if you think,
it can always get better.
Like whenever I go against people like in jiu-jitsu, for instance, it's a young one, right? I'm like, damn, I wish I was like 16, 17, like how they are, and doing this now. Like
you don't even need to sleep.
I wish I was like you, type of shit. You know what I mean? Like
the game changes, like no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dude. And then there's always like the older generation that are like, that's not real fighting, like that's not real tattooing. Like back in my day, we used to, it's funny too, because I would, obviously we know there's like that in our industry. I'm sure it's in our industry. And then I was watching like some like DJs play while I was drawing, right? And I'd be watching a lot of like DJ videos, whatever. And then at some point, some guy is like, this isn't real DJing anymore. Like, if your set is any shorter than 7 hours live, like, what are you doing? It's like the same shit. The older generations are always like, the fuck are y'all doing?
Every single time, no matter what it is. Yeah. I know I'm watching basketball now. Now I'm seeing like all these European players. I know I'm way out there with this one, but I'll bring it back. But before it was all like big men and slam dunking and like flashy and now it's like shooting threes the whole time. It's like after Steph Curry was doing it and they were winning, it was like now we're gonna change basketball.
That's what I'm saying, like,
you know, and it's like kind of like MMA. Like you'd have back in the day, you'd have the biggest, strongest barbarians, and now it's like you got certain people that are winning, so everyone's opening a jiu-jitsu gym, you know, and they don't want to fight no more. They just want to choke you out and be done, you know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It just, I guess, you're getting paid by the minute, not by the hour, you know. So like, it just boom,
get it done, go home.
Like, get in there, fucking get it done, and shit. Fuck out and celebrate.
Yeah, that one. The question that you asked a while ago was cool. It's like, how long can a fighter fight? And immediately, like, I was thinking about depending on what kind of fighter you are, you know. Because if you're a guy that wants to just brawl and fight for the fight, it's gonna be over quick. But if you're a guy that goes in there and you don't take no damage and you just want to choke somebody out, it's done.
I do have 2 RNCs, was a rear naked choke, which is the one that you like.
Yeah.
Choking from the back, and then I have a ghillie choke, and then I have a triangle choke. So I do have 4 chokes on 7 of my fights.
So that's your thing.
Yeah. I just want to say I like it because like you're not risking shit. You like you can even punch someone like the best perfect punch ever, and like you still fuck up your shit. And you're like,
your hand,
you'll
mess your head.
Yeah, I mean,
motherfucker's hand are so fucking like
you can punch nobody and fucking reach, right? If you're me,
that too. But like, you know, like, so I want to stand and bang, but like they're gonna like take me down, whatever, and the choke is right there. I'm gonna fucking take it all day, you know, like like, you know, like I'm gonna choke them out and go on with my celebration or celebrate, you know, like and be able to like fight again soon, you know. But if you're like just like to stand and brawl and shit, like even if you knock them out, like your shit will still fuck up. Like
anything.
It only takes one good punch, you know, like all your shit, like your career's over, you know, like. Because obviously I won't be having time to like get surgery for my wrist and this and that, rehab and all this shit. I dislocated my shoulder and on my 4th fight, my title fight. It was my first title fight. I dislocated my shoulder and I still went on the 3rd round with a TKO with another 1 arm.
Crazy.
Yeah, my shoulder dislocated.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
nothing cool.
All those injuries, like injuries like that. Like I don't got money like that. So like I'd rather just choke you out and not.
Dude, especially here.
You know what I mean? Like. Even when you kick someone, you can fuck up your leg, like you break your shit.
Oh my god!
So like, why not just if you got the chance to choke them out, just do it, dude. Like, you know, and then
true.
I've seen those fucking times when they throw like a kick. That happened to Connor.
Yeah.
They throw a kick and their shit just breaks clean and it goes whoop, and they don't notice. They don't notice.
That's so gross.
And they try to step on it and it like gives that. Oh my god, that shit is crazy.
And they show it in slow motion too. That thing be wiggling.
Yeah, so would you rather choke them out or do that?
Oh, I'm choking all day. First round.
Like, I would choke people ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's unique, bro. It's cool. I like it because, like jiu-jitsu is just like the whole different, like, factor of, like, a little person can, like, still be whooping them big motherfucker. So it's like, that's what I like about jiu-jitsu. Because, like, you can be all big and tough, but, like, if you don't know nothing about jiu-jitsu, like, someone's gonna, like...
Easy. Done.
Manhandling you. But they're gonna make you feel like you're a baby, bro. Like, you can't, like, defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like how when you play around with a 2-3-year-old, like you're just like wrestling or whatever, you fucking like throwing them around, whatever, you know, like that's how you feel, but it's a grown ass man, you know?
Yeah.
And smaller than you know?
Yeah. Well, I think that's it, man, for today. I really appreciate, man, sharing the story, motivating people, tell them how to, you know, overcome certain things that happen in their lives.
I appreciate you motivating me.
Thank you to all my sponsors, Jesse and Maya.
Yeah.
Shout
out to Jesse.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always working so hard, you know. Gracias a mi papá y mi mamá, que yo les voy a enseñar este video porque como no saben buscar mucho en el social media, pero les quiero decir muchas gracias por cómo me criaron y todos los valores que me han enseñado. Y yo sé que no soy perfecto, pero pues estoy mejorando todos los días y pues gracias por siempre trabajar tan duro y siempre apoyarme en todos mis sueños y ojalá un día les pueda regresar todo para atrás.
So that's it for today's episode. It was a pleasure having Edna.
Thank you.
And Chuy over here. If you haven't gotten a chance to subscribe to our channel or, you know, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, Make sure that you go and do that now. Leave a like and comment and sharing your stories. We really appreciate it. And that's it.
Hey, one more.
Yeah.
I'll be back with that UFC belt one day. Watch.
Yeah, future champ right here.